Welcome to Cousins Making Music. Today, long lost cousins meet. But first,
Whiskey.
Coffee.
Whiskey.
Whatever. Let's get started. So maybe you want to know how we got to be lost in the first place? In 1964, my mom graduated from high school. That summer, my Aunt Terry introduced my mom to my dad. My dad was stationed at McGuire Air Force Base just outside of Trenton because he was in the Air Force. In 1964, guess where he got to go? So, Dad deployed to Nam, and Mom moved in with his parents while he was overseas. His parents lived in the Harrisburg area. She's from Trenton, and he's from Harrisburg. When my dad got home from Vietnam, he got a job at Roadway. Then in 1972, Roadway moved their facility from the Harrisburg area to the Pocono Mountains. And Dad, along with many other people that worked there, followed Roadway to the Pocono. So now Mom's here and her family is here. We lived roughly 150 miles from my mom's family in Trenton, so we didn't see them very often. And the older us kids got, the less often the visits became. I took a picture of my living room, this picture, and I posted it to Facebook with the caption, "Being single has its advantages." My Aunt Karen showed that picture to Jamie.
My aunt tags me in this photo of this studio and my cousin with all of his single advantages. My aunt said that you could see how music runs in the family. And I went on his page after that, and I liked a few different posts from it. A couple of weeks go by, and I'm sitting in the chair at the tattoo shop that I frequent, and all of a sudden my phone notification sounds, and I get a message from this dude saying that we might be cousins. A few texts later, we figure out that we indeed actually are first cousins. Find out that our grandmother is Teresa. She's amazing, by the way. And then after that, we had a conversation just going back and forth. And that was the end of that for a little while. We set up a breakfast meeting a few weeks later, and we meet for the first time in our lives. We've never known each other before. We did not know that each other existed. We got together for breakfast, and we hit it off immediately. Found out we have a billion things in common, one of the main things being our love of music.
Punk!
Yes! Turns out we're both punk rock drummers in our youth, and that's where we kind of just got our start doing what we do. After that, I posted lyrics on Facebook, and my cousin messaged me asking me if there was already a song to these lyrics, which there was. A little while after that, he sends me a song, which I was not expecting, and this song that he wrote to these lyrics that I posted on Facebook. I went over this song and I was like, this is cool. Then we decided that I needed to write new lyrics for this song, which is somewhat new to me, but it was awesome, and it was a compliment to me that he wanted me to do this with him. I was stoked about it. Then we set up a weekend to meet for a second time, and in this second time that we've ever met each other in our entire lives, we're going to be recording a song together. Meanwhile, I haven't been in a studio in years. I don't much like recording with other people or working with other people. It's very difficult. It's very difficult.
She hits me sometimes.
He likes it. Second time we've ever met each other in our lives. Come here, get to the studio, and we start recording this song. And we just vibed, man.
From the first downbeat, we were locked. Like, unbelievably locked. Here is a screenshot of the unedited kick drum and bass. Look at them. They're not on the beat, but they're on top of each other. Here's how they sound. Drums and bass, third take, no time alignment. We also did the vocals and the acoustic guitar at the same time. Here is the second take of the vocals and acoustic guitar with no time aligning. Also in there is the bass and drum.
You're the only one that's on my trouble.
We start to record the song because we played through it like twice and it was like, let's just record it. We're ready. That's my phone.
That's your phone. Thank you. Just going over, I'm like, this is so amazing that we have professionally recorded tracks.
Nearly professionally recorded tracks.
What do you mean?
There's a little bit of acoustic bleed into the vocal mic.
No way.
I just can't go.
Just a little.
Whatever. Let me hear it.
Why did you leave?
You see what I'm talking about?
You can barely even hear it. It's fine.
Why did you leave?
It was enough that it bothered me during post-production.
Can't even hear it.
Me.
It's there.
Fine. Whatever.
After we recorded those 4 basic tracks, I wanted some backing vocals in the song, and I gave Jamie some instruction, but I'll let her tell this part of the story.
I have no clue what I'm doing, and I was very like, it was weird for me to be singing in the first place. Now I gotta back up my own vocals with my own vocals.
So I told her, like, don't worry about singing the same, don't worry about sounding the same, don't even worry about singing in the same spot. Be all over the place and do it on purpose. I don't think she knew why I wanted this, but I think she was tired and wanted me to shut up, so she agreed to do it.
I was also drinking a lot of whiskey, and I was okay with it at that point.
My plan was to take these vocals and intentionally misalign them and put all kinds of echoes on them and just create like this wall, this emotional wall of voice coming at you in the middle of the song.
I said okay.
She likes it now. She didn't like the idea until I did it, and then she understood. In the middle of the song, Jamie, and you proudly announced to the world that you have indeed lost it.
I did.
How did that moment in the song come about?
I think it was on the drum track, I believe. I was playing drums. We were in the middle of it. I mean, we weren't even a lot of takes in. 5 takes in, maybe. They're just playing along, and then I just lost everything. Everything in my brain went, bam, done. It's like I lost it, and then...
That was actually caught by the overhead mics on the drum kit. And when I was doing the post-production on it, I realized that going from the 3rd chorus into the 2nd verse, it didn't work right. But if I put a full stop in there, it did. So I put a full stop in there, almost just to make fun of Jamie. I took the clip of her saying, I lost it, I totally fucking lost it, and I put it in at that point in the song, thinking that she'd hear it and be like, very funny. And she was like, I love that, that's perfect. So we kept it, and I still laugh a little bit every time I hear it. And then the beginning of the 2nd verse, there's no acoustic guitar. It is very, very difficult to play that piano part on time when there's no acoustic guitar in there, because the timing between the drums, the bass, and the piano are completely different. I send the tracks, the sample tracks, to Jamie, post-edit, pre-mix, and she's like, the piano's off in the beginning of the 2nd measure. And I'm like, no, it's not. And she's like, yes, it is. And I'm like, no, it's not. And she's like, go to sleep, wake up, and re-listen to it. So I did, and she was right. So I fixed the piano, and I send it back. And then she's like, why'd you mess the vocals up? I'm like, I didn't touch the vocals. She's like, they're not aligned right now. I said, hold on. Because what happened was when she sang, she was off time.
A lot of whiskey.
But when I played the piano, I used her vocals as the cue for my timing.
A lot of whiskey.
So when the piano and the vocals were both off time, since the piano plays first, it sounded like the piano was off time, but the vocals were fine. Well, once the piano was fixed, then you could clearly hear that the vocals were out of time.
A lot of whiskey.
At one point in time, Jamie and I are talking about the song, and she is talking about a particular struggle with this song.
It was at the end, and you were kind of like doubting if it would fit in, and I was like, it goes. I know it goes at the end, but it's a straight 4, and I was kind of swinging along with the vocals, and it was, you know, it kind of fit in there. I just had this feel for it, and he was like, no. And then,
Well, what she didn't know was I had already been practicing the outro chorus, which we already knew was just going to be acoustic guitar and her humming. I had already been practicing that with a swing beat. So when she shows up to record the song and we're doing the take, we get to that part and I start playing it with a swing. I thought you were going to kill me.
he never told me.
It was worth it. I can actually go back and forth between straight time and swing time without missing a beat. I can go from straight on the 4 to swung on the 1, no problem. So literally, we're just playing the song and I start playing it swing. She didn't know what to do.
Oh, so you mean you're a musician and stuff?
Once in a while. A lot of guitarists can't do that. Drummers can do that, which is why I can do it, but drums were my first instrument.
Holla.
All right, so the song is done. It's complete, it's recorded, it's mixed, it's mastered, and I put it on DistroKid. It's on iTunes and Spotify. It's here on YouTube. We put together a video. This is not our official video for the song. We are going to make an official video. This video is going to be offered as part of this story and is also about a week or 2 from now. I'll put it up as just its own video. But we did make a video to introduce the song to you. Jamie, do you want to talk about the video?
We might want to add, like, you know, what the song's called eventually, too.
Well, that's why I'm having you introduce the reaction
All right.
video.
So we're doing a reaction video. So we're taking a few people that we know personally and playing them the song for the first time and getting their reaction, hence the reaction video. We might want to add, like, you know, what the song's called eventually, too.
Well, that's why I'm having you introduce the reaction
All right.
video. Here is Why Did You Leave Me?
Well, I've been drinking my life away. Haven't slept in 3 or more days now. I can't remember. You're the only one that's on my troubled mind. I've had my nose to the grindstone, trying to just get by, go on without you. But the thoughts of you form right in front of my eyes. it. Totally fucking lost it. I look by which road to go down. Should I take it low or high? I really don't know. Either way, I'll fall and tumble to my knees. And when I lie there broken, too defeated to go on, from life begotten, that's when I'll find the peace within myself. I can't go on like this forever. No, no, no. My heart can't take it anymore. I just can't go. I can't go on like this forever. No, no, no. My heart can't take it anymore. No more, no more, no more, no more. Rolling with that swing.
Absolutely. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like
Subscribe.
and ring my bell, baby.
Ding.
God bless and have a great time, everybody.